Hello everyone and welcome back to my US Diary official YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In Forrester's design office, Brooke fawns over Eric, who talks about emendations taking place at the house. As always, talk turns to her and Ridge not reuniting yet. The Golden is sure Taylor has every intention of getting him to the balcony. Katie wanders in and jumps on the crusade. Eric hopes Brooke will get through to Ridge before it's too late. He exits, leaving the sisters to go over how Brooke and Ridge are meant to be for the umpteenth time. Thomas's return comes up and Katie declares he needs to back off. He and Steffi are Aunt Kitties and do need their parents together. They hope he's changed, but see and forget what he did to Hope, baby Beth, and Douglas. They're sure he'll be upset when Ridge calls off the engagement and don't know what to anticipate. Across the hall, Ridge warns Taylor that Thomas's engagement is over. Taylor suppositions their marriage is indeed more important to their son now. It's presumably what he needs. She goes on about how amazing it's to have Thomas home for the marriage planning, as Ridge clams up. Taylor wants to be robotic and give Thomas a reason to smile. Eric walks by and Taylor informs him they're setting a marriage date soon. She hopes he'll be happy for them. After, Eric corners Ridge and blasts, "You have to do commodity." Direct as ever, he blusters, "Come on, end this thing tonight." Ridge changes the subject to Thomas coming home and reveals he's being violent about him marrying his mama. Eric rolls his eyes, "Oh, for God's sake." He's grown and has no business obliging Ridge into marriage. Ridge barks, "That's exactly what you're doing." Eric makes it clear he's hyperactive, concentrated on Ridge marrying Brooke and nothing differently. He can't have them both. Ridge, like all of us, is tired. Eric warns he has to make a decision and implores him not to lose Brooke. They flash to the deliverance in Italy, because of course they do, and Eric worries what will come of his son if he doesn't choose her. They embrace, and Eric leaves Ridge to flash through recollections. In the Forrester guest house, Thomas sits alone, stewing over prints of Brooke and Ridge. He's sure his father wouldn't let them down. Taylor shows up and tells Thomas nothing's been the same without him. Talk incontinently turns to the marriage. Taylor announces they're setting a date when Ridge gets home. Thomas is thrilled. Taylor tries to talk to Thomas about Paris, and he shrugs, "It's what it is." Right now, he wants to concentrate on his mama's dreams coming true. He reveals he advised his pater to step up and be a man. In her own guest house, Taylor remembers proposing to Ridge and smiles. He appears and tells her how beautiful she looks. Handing him a wine, Tay jumps right to setting a marriage date, declaring, "Veritably soon, you'll be my hubby again." Ridge is visited by his father's warning about making the right choice. Liam and Steffi pull back from and grasp, and she assures him she wouldn't give up on a phenomenon. Liam tells her that if anyone could will this into going down, it's Steffi. But perhaps a phenomenon isn't about a long life, but having a continuing impact. Still, that would be my phenomenon, if he could find a way to make peace between Hope and Steffi before the end. Steffi tells him to concentrate on other effects, like his health. "I'm dying, Steffi." He needs to help. He wants to help with his remaining time. He starts getting giddy just as Finn gets home and rushes over to help him stay upright. Steffi and Finn sit him down, and Liam says he's made an appointment with Dr. Buckingham. Finn assures them that the neuro platoon is staying hopeful, but Liam wants them to be realistic. "Yeah, realistic about some effects," Steffi says, pertaining to her and Hope. Liam insists that he's the reason for the schism between them, so he hopes he can help them. Speaking of which, he has to go check on Hope. Steffi begs him to tell Hope what's going on before he leaves. Finn and Steffi talk about how hard this is after Liam's gone. He's happy for the relationship Steffi and Liam have as musketeers and co-parents. Steffi responds that Liam's virtuousness has always been one of the stylish facts about him. Carter asks Hope not to give up on them, only to be walked in on by Deacon, who warns, "I allowed. I told you to stay down from my son." Hope thanks her pater for looking out for her, but says she doesn't need him to be doorkeeper for her life. Carter leaves them to talk, but not before promising he's not giving up on a future with Hope. Hope knows her pater means well, but she can manage her own love life. Deacon's ranting on about Carter when Liam knocks on the door. Cleric happily shakes his hand, says he's just leaving and turns to Hope. "If you're looking for long-term happiness, it might be nearer than you suppose." Hope tries getting her pater to back off, but he insists that Liam is a good man, not perfect, by any means, but he's grown. Cleric nudges them a bit further about a future together and Hope ushers him out. She apologizes latterly, but Liam says it was touching. "I've been really blessed to have you in my life all this time." Hope makes a confused face. Daphne makes Will and Electra uncomfortable. Will impresses Electra by flashing back Amethyst as her gemstone, but they're intruded by Daphne skimming into the office looking for Carter. Neither of them have seen him. Perhaps he's with Hope. Electra suggests happily. Daphne doesn't look happy at that idea. But Daphne is happy with Fen and Amethyst jewelry that Electra designed. Carter gets back just as Daphne is talking about how Forrester and he are more without Hope. Will and Electra flee to the design office, relieved to be down from that awkward hassle. Electra mentions picking up a vibe from Daphne that she's into Carter, but Will would rather concentrate on her. Electra wraps her arms around Will and they kiss. Alone, Carter asks what he eavesdropped, and Daphne has no problem telling him what she said about Hope. Will gushes to Electra about how amazing she's and what she's suitable to do with just a little gravestone. She's amazed at the awful life she's erected then, at work and beyond. They kiss again. Daphne tells Carter that she completely believes he's better off moving on without Hope and tells him to start fresh with her. Finn asks if Steffi thinks she and Hope can ever really attune. Steffi just says it tells them what kind of man Liam is. She's really hoping that he's telling Hope that he's dying. He has to, she insists sorely. With Liam, Hope is going on about how blessed their son is. She knows you'll always be there for her. And she can count on you. Liam thanks her for creating a loving terrain for Beth, no matter what. She's safe, Hope says, and she always will be, because she has us. Liam gets all awkward, but when Hope asks what's going on, he just says he's doing some soul searching. There's no bone I appreciate further than you, he tells Hope. He recalls back to allowing Beth had failed, and we flash back to the moment he told Hope she was still alive. He gets emotional as he thinks about how important Beth has grown, tearing up, important to Hope's confusion. Will you please tell me what's wrong? Liam thinks to Steffi's admonition to tell Hope. Luna returns home to find Sheila and Lee ready and staying to question her. She tries to play down her fading act, but her grandmothers aren't buying what she's dealing. Sheila calms herself and asks Luna to explain. Luna says she has been taking care of herself all her life. Lee reminds her granddaughter where that way of living got her. One foolish mistake and she'll end up in captivity. Lee says she's looking for an attorney to help secure her freedom. Luna says they don't need to worry as she has a plan of her own. She flashes back to violating Will when Sheila brings her around saying they need to know about her plan. Will is getting dressed and flashing back to the night ahead. He has some good recollections of being with Electra but also remembers all the drinking and Cleric putting him to bed. Everything gets kind of fuzzy as he remembers who he thinks was Electra coming into the room. Cleric knocks and is impressed youthful William is over and about. He explains important liquor was consumed and a good rest was necessary.